Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and we are looking at some major stories for Monday. Yeah, this has been a interesting day of shakeups for the uh, news because on the left you have the ouster of Don Lemon. He's been fallen down in favor for quite a while. And apparently, yeah, he has apparently, he's gone from CNN. This from the Los Angeles Times. Don Lemon says he was fired by CNN without warning. Network blast inaccurate statement. Because, yeah, um, Don Lemon on Monday announced that he has been fired after 17 years at CNN. Uh, he says, I was informed by my agent that I have been terminated by CNN. He posts on Twitter. I am stunned. After 17 years at CNN, I would have thought that someone in management would have the decency to tell me directly. So yeah, he had a nighttime slot. He fell to morning, and apparently now he's gone. Um, Now CNN and Don have parted ways, says Chris Licht in a statement. He's the chief executive for CNN. Don will forever be a part of the CNN family, and we thank him for his contributions. We wish him well and will be cheering him on in future endeavors. But CNN also challenges Lemon's account of how he was fired. Don Lemon's statement about this morning's events is inaccurate. He was offered an opportunity to meet with management, but instead released a statement on Twitter. So yeah, he's just tumbled down the CNN rankings. Um, like I said, he had a night spot. He was forced onto the morning show, and then even there, he got himself in trouble by saying 50-year-old or 51-year-old Republican former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley was past her prime to run for the party's presidential nomination. Okay. Yeah. She might be past her prime to have a child, but at 51 year old, you're still uh, cognitive and conscious enough to understand what you're doing. Yeah. In his Twitter statement on Monday, Lemon indicated that he had been blindsided by the news. At no time was I ever given any indication that I would be unable to continue to do the work I have at the network. It is clear that there are some larger issues at play. With that said, I want to thank my colleagues and the many teams I have worked with for an incredible run. They are the most talented journalists in the business, and I wish them all the best. But yeah, Don Lemon ousted at CNN. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, Fox News and Tucker Carlson have parted ways. And I don't believe it was amicable. Carlson's uh, Fox News said on Monday that they and primetime star host Tucker Carlson have agreed to part ways after more than a decade. Carlson's last program was on Friday, April 21st, Fox News said, meaning he did not get a chance to sign off to his viewers. The news comes days after Fox News reached a historic 11th hour settlement with Dominion Voting Systems for $787. We'll come back to this in a sec because it is huge. I believe in this. A source familiar with the situation told Axios that the firing was not part of the settlement agreement. I don't think it was part of the settlement agreement, but I think it was a result of it. The decision to fire Carlson was made Friday night by Fox Corporation CEO Lachlan Murdoch and Fox News CEO Suzanne Scott. A slew of material was uncovered during pre-trial discovery that implicated Carlson. More information could be out there that could be legally damaging for Fox as it stared down more defamation cases. A former Fox producer, Abby Grossberg, who is suing the network for allegedly trying to manipulate her testimony during pretrial discovery for the Dominion case, said in a legal filing just before the trial that there were Fox News tapes showing Rudy Giuliani and other Trump allies admitting they had no evidence to support their claims about Dominion election fraud. In private text messages with other Fox News hosts, Carlson pressed to get a fellow Fox News reporter fired for accurately fact-checking a tweet from Donald Trump that praised Fox News coverage about voting machines and referenced Dominion voting systems. Carlson did not immediately respond to an Axios request for comment. Yeah, this is from Axios, so if I didn't say that already. But yeah. So, think about this. The Dominion case ended up being settled for $787 million. They have evidence of Tucker lying about what he presents on air and how he feels. There's a completely different way. He disliked Trump. He saw Giuliani as a lunatic, and probably a number of others, so who were part of the Stop the Steal campaign. He didn't believe in it, as well as others. But his, I think, were the most egregious claims because he was so highlighted as a star. And why the Dominion case matters is because even though it was settled, they have another defamation suit coming up by voting machine maker Smartmatic over the same issue. And likely they'll be paying the same amount, if not more. So, all in all, this is costing Fox News and its owners over $1 billion, potentially up to $2 billion. So, yeah. And they were like, we can't have this continue on in this path. We've got to do something. And so they've let go of Tucker Carlson. But yeah. It's interesting. Now, I'll go ahead and end this episode here. As always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. Someone tries to tell you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I will be putting these links in the description box below the video. But I appreciate y'all for watching. See you on the next one. Until then, later.